So you saw something like referral. Yes. That's some Zuga membership registration. Did you see anything like that? Okay. Now, a lot of you might have heard stories like if you refer somebody, you get a percentage. Now, that referral is shifted to this Zuga coin cash, where you'll be getting your percentage in fiat currency. So now you have 5% on anybody you invite to come and invest. If you invite someone and the person is coming with 1 million naira to invest, how much is your gain? 5%. How much do you have then? As simple as that. Just like that. If you invite someone and the person puts in 2 million naira, how much do you have there? So referral is not something I will have to, stretch myself, to talk about it, because it is very simple. But that referral bonus, please. During the time of multipurpose, where the CEO was giving out 27%, and lots happened. See, somebody will go and talk to you and tell you, if you give me this money, no, they will give me percentage. I will give you this so amount, Somebody will go and talk to one man somewhere, just for selfish interest. That person will not communicate the right message. He will talk to someone because of selfish interest. Bring in this money. After so days, we are going to double pay you. You're going to have this. If you bring in 500,000 naira now, at the end of this month, we'll give you 1 million, we'll give you 2 million. And Nigerians, and some of them, they actually believed. And then this money was given to those people that were working, that time. So they deceived people. They didn't pass the real message. Please, this referral, I know, is very important. If you're working, please, make sure you don't say anything out of this paper. Thank God, this one is here to guide you. And then the referral is also there to guide you. Now, I am telling you that this referral is 5%. In case you have people out there whom you grouped to work for you, people can actually go to places and mobilize people for you. But please, tell them exactly what you have learned today. Be sincere. Say it exactly the way it is here. This magazine can always guide you. Please, don't overdo it to land the CEO into trouble. Don't overdo it to tarnish the image of the organization. Don't overdo it because there is a referral bonus involved and you want to kill yourself by talking to people, come and bring this money. You won't start telling the person about monthly percentage. You now start talking about 3 days, 1 week. It doesn't make any sense. That referral, you're definitely going to get it. But please, get it in the rightful way. Please. So, sir, I don't know. Do you want to ask a question? Okay. Sisters, brothers, you will have what to tell them. So if you read through this first line, you will see that this is a platform developed to help those who want to invest in Zuga coin.
So can you adjust so it can point in direct? So it will be better.
So ma, you can start. At least since they are saying I'm blocking them.
Let's go to the business. Now this is Zuga coin cash. In the real Zuga coin, which is the cryptocurrency, the digital assets, you don't have a right to withdraw anyhow you want. In fact, the CEO was trying to prove people wrong by placing that first withdrawal, which took place, was it March? People actually withdrew that time. So since then, a lot of people have been asking questions. Some will even pay money. After 2 weeks, they will start disturbing you. When am I withdrawing my money? When am I going to withdraw now? I want to use it. I'm having a challenge. I want to pay my children's school fees. That thing can be so annoying to most of you here. So, and then for those old women, like I said here earlier, that it's not all the old women that can trade Zuga coin. They don't have that time to stay awake. People who trade Zuga coin, they can stay awake to see when yeah. So they can stay awake, but those women cannot do that. That is the reason for Zuga coin cash. Now, if you read the first paragraph, let's read it together. This is a platform developed to help those who want to invest in Zuga coin but would like to withdraw their cash anytime they want to withdraw. After 3 months of registration, the current tradition of cryptocurrency is not to withdraw cash but P2P transactions. It is one of the benefits for registered members of Zuga family only. Now, this one is strictly cash. This one here is strictly cash. People who want to get cash, people who cannot trade Zuga coin online, people who don't have the strength to, do what is required, You know what I'm talking about, those of you who are into these cryptos, you understand? So now, these people don't have that time to do that. That is why Zuga coin cash is introduced to help them. Now, in Zuga coin cash, members can even have access to overdraft when they have an emergency that demand cash more than what they have in their Zuga coin cash wallet. What do I mean by overdraft? Now, you become a member of Zuga family. For you to have access to this, you have to become a member of Zuga family. After that, you now pay a token of 1,000 to also register here. You have to pay that 1,000 non-refundable to register as a member here. Now, as a member, you have that access to overdraft. What do I mean by overdraft? You have an emergency that needs money more than what you have in your Zuga coin wallet or in your bank account. You just need a support. It's more like a loan. So you can quickly rush to the company, tell them, okay, this is my challenge. Can I have so amount from the company? So the company will now borrow you, give you that money. But terms and conditions apply. You have to sign some documents. You have to agree on something before that money will be given to you. Now, as a member, you can't just register with 1,000. After 3 months, you now rush to the company that you need an overdraft. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Your minimum investment must last with the company for 12 months. Your investment must last with the company for 12 months before you can start thinking of overdraft. Do we understand that, please? So, you don't just wake up and go to get overdraft. It's not possible. You can't register for 3 months. After 3 months, you rush to the company that you need money. I have an emergency. The company should help you with money. No. Relationship matters. Your relationship with the company matters. Now you have to register and that your investment must last for 12 months with the company before you start thinking of getting that loan, the overdraft you are seeing here. So now, below are the procedure on how to participate in Zuga Coin Cash if you're a registered member of Zuga family. Now, number one, your investment must last with the organization for a minimum duration of 12 months with the option of renewal or revoke at the expiration of 12 months. Now, when you register with the company and you invest whatever you have in that company, now, it is your duty now to, if you want to allow that money to stay, we have this percentage of 25 there, that's upfront. We have this one for a month, and we have annually. So if you want your investment to last for that 12 months, you can allow it to last. So it is your duty now to walk to the office and then tell the person, okay, give me my interest and the capital at the same time. So if you want to reinvest in the company, you can invest this capital and your percentage. But if you want to get only your percentage and reinvest your capital, you are very free. Now, if you're in the time that will allow your investment for that 1 year, you will have to collect your interest, reinvest your capital, and then allow it again for another 1 year. Am I making sense here? Okay. So that is it. That's step number one. Now, the interest accrued shall be given to you either upfront, monthly, or annually. You will have to choose one and forfeit others. What do I mean by that? If you want it upfront, let me explain that. You for instance, you pay 20,000 to invest in Zuga Coin Cash. Now you tell the company, sir, this money I am giving you, I need my 25% for the year. I need my percentage for the year, right now. Like you're giving this money now to the company. You're now discussing with that company, sir, this money I'm giving you now, I need my percentage. The whole of this year, I need it now. That is when the 25% comes in. So now, this 25% will be given to you. 25% of 25% of 20,000 is how much?
5,000.
Others are quiet. 25% of 20,000. Sorry, sir.
Four big ones so that I understand.
No, let me start with this. You have to see you and say, sir, I need my percentage, the upfront. Upfront is getting it right away. After signing documents, after signing that terms and conditions apply, you have to sign that document and then tell the organization, please, I need my interest for this year, the whole of this year. For instance, you registered, this is July, right? You came July, today is 31st, am I correct? Now, you're paying this 20,000 naira today. Your intention is to allow it till next year, July. But you want your interest for the whole year to be given to you right away. So the person will now calculate 25% of 20,000, how much it is. And then the person will give it to you. You have to sign that you have collected your interest for that year, that day you registered. Meanwhile, your capital is still there with you. Now, if you talk about monthly, if you talk about... No, not with you. It's with the company. Okay. So the capital will remain with the company. You go home with the interest for that year. Now, as you're going home, you're not coming back to that company to ask for any interest. Because you have gotten the interest for that year, you're not coming back again. That interest upfront is what we are discussing now. So when you're talking about upfront, you know how to explain to the person. Upfront is getting your interest right away at the point of paying your investments. Yeah. So that is just it. As you're going home, tell him, Oga, as you go home, you're not coming back here for any interest. Till 1 year. Yes. Till July next year, 31st. You can now walk to the office and ask for your capital. So if you want to reinvest, then you can now invest. Talking about monthly, you get 30% every month when you invest 20,000. I'm still going to use 20,000 to do that. So you invest 20,000 and every month you're getting 30%. Now, I want to talk about the every month. If you're explaining to people, telling them every month, they may feel or they may think is at the end of every 31st day. Every 30 days. They will now walk to the office to get that that percentage. Is not like that. It's 1, 2, 3. That's at the end of every 3 months. That's when you walk to the office for your percentage. I don't know if you understand that part. I'm still going to talk about it. Now, if you're talking to someone about getting a percentage every month, people will have this mentality that it is at the end of every 30 days, they will come to the office and then ask for their percentage. It's not like that. In some Zuga Foundation, when it comes to Zuga Coin Cash, you are going to count 90 days. So this 90 days makes it 1 month. 90 days. You're getting your percentage monthly in 90 days. Can I repeat that again? Yes. Or you understand? No question for now, please. You are getting your percentage at every ending of 90 days. It's not difficult. 90 days. That's quarterly, yes. So at the end of every 3 months, you walk majestically to the office. Sir, please, I am here for my percentage. Can I have it now? With all pleasure. So your percentage will be given to you at the end of every
3 months, 90 days.
Okay? Yes. So if you're talking of annually, we all know what that's like 12 months. If you want it now, you're going to get 300% at the end of every 12 months. You get 300% at the end of every 12 months. Now that 300% you're getting, if you want it given to you alongside your capital, you are very free to get it. Very, very free to get it. But if you want only your interest and you want to reinvest your capital, you are still very, very free. Nobody forces you. And mind you, all this upfront, quarterly, and annually, you have to choose one. You can't walk up to the company and say, I want to invest, I want to be getting I want to get upfront, get quarterly, and then 12. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to choose one. If you're choosing the first one, which is the upfront, that means you have to let go of the two. If you choose monthly, you have to let go of the 12 months and the first one. If you're choosing end of the year, that means you have to let go this other two. Am I communicating?
Yeah.
So the third one here is extra benefit. Wow, I'm always interested, Extra benefit attached ranges from gift of luxury homes, sport utility vehicles, and periodical overseas travels. Sport utilities vehicles, like SUV, yeah, abbreviation, right? SUV. So, so now, doesn't this sound interesting? I can see the platoon organizers sweating already. Okay. So this number 3, I'm always in love with this. You have to want someone who have to, get this. Now let me talk about this. Extra benefit attached ranges from gift of luxury homes, sport utility vehicles, and periodical overseas travels with expenses paid by the organization. This one is not from your pocket. This is from the company. They will sponsor all this. They will give it to you. If you're traveling overseas, they sponsor you. If you need a house, they sponsor you. If you need a SUV, like it is mentioned here, they give it to you. Now let me talk about this. Nigerians can be somehow, should I say, Nigerians, they shock people, sharp. Then someone may pay 20K to invest. Now 3 months after, you will now come and say, that promise, I saw SUV, I saw a car, and I saw overseas travels. So how far now? Am I not part of it, or are they selecting people? Definitely, they will ask. It is now your duty to tell these people, if you're coming in with your 20,000, you're not part of this. Can 20,000 buy a bicycle? No? 20,000. Fairly used. Go ahead. So 20,000 cannot buy a bicycle. No. Can your 50,000 buy this? No. Can 100,000 buy this? No. Now we are talking about people who invest in millions. These are the people that can have these benefits. So by the time you're talking to someone about this, make the person understand that this is not meant for 20,000 investments. It's not even meant for 100,000 investments. So what the people you're explaining this to in details are those ones with millions. These are the people that will enjoy all these benefits. Now let me still talk about this benefit. There are old women, they already have the money, they've gone overseas, they've seen things, they've traveled around, they've toured, the country. And then when it comes to this, giving them this, they say no, they don't want, they want cash. You may come across such question. So you can boldly tell the person, yes, it is going to be calculated. This SUV, if you're going to be given okay, let me start with this, a house. So we'll now know the kind of house we'll give you and then give you that money.
Monetization.
Yes, based on your investment. If you're going to be given SUV, an SUV will now calculate how much is this. We'll now give it to you since you're interested in money. So if you need overseas, okay, if you don't want overseas, you don't want to travel to Obodo Igbo according to the Igbos. So we'll now calculate how much is visa, the accommodation that was supposed to be paid there and all that. Everything will be calculated. And then all these things will be given to you in cash. That is it. And then if you are an old woman, you don't want to leave this place, like, you know, some old women, if you see them, you don't see farm. If you see them, you don't see house. They don't just want to leave that house, but they have children. They have grandchildren, they have great-grandchildren, they have their children around, and then because of this, they also have the opportunity of traveling overseas, and they cannot go. You can tell the person, ma, sir, your child can go on your behalf. All the papers will be made in her name, so that she can also travel to overseas on your behalf. This is how blessing comes from home. I have seen, I've witnessed a lot of old women in my state where blessings will come like this. So person, you've been announced, you're going to this, you're going to here, you're going there, and all that. They will say, please, I cannot go. Let my child go on my behalf. So in this case, it's like that. You can tell the person, if you don't want this given to you, you can get cash. If you don't want to travel, your child can actually travel on your behalf. Do we understand this one now? Yes. Please, I'm talking to people. Yes. So now, below are the withdrawal cash interest. Withdrawal of the interest is by your choice. You can either be given in cash or Zuga coin. Now, the interest we're talking about, if you want a upfront to be given to you, you can now make your choice. Please, I want it in a Zuga coin, or I want it in cash. It is your choice. Nobody is now forcing you. You must accept Zuga coin, or you must accept cash. This is a Naira, sorry. This is an organization, and this is Zuga coin cash, and we have Zuga coin cryptos. Some people love cryptos, I'm telling you. So when it comes to this gift, we have to indicate here, so that by tomorrow you will not say, but I didn't see Zuga coin there. So this is when that your choice will now come in. You tell the organization, please, I want to be credited in Zuga coin, or I want to be credited with Zuga coin, or I want fiat. I want fiat currency. Please, I hope you're following me. Yes. So now you will register to participate into Zuga coin cash with non-refundable fee of 1,000 Naira. I said that earlier. For you to be part of this, you may meet people out there, and then they will tell you, okay, you introduce the Zuga coin cash, and you're telling them about membership. So they will now tell you, which one is another membership again? I thought I have registered with Samzuga family. Now you now explain to that person, the Samzuga family you're talking about is becoming a family member of the organization. You're paying that fee to become a member of that particular organization. But this is just one of the benefits. If you're a member of Samzuga Foundation, this is just one of the benefits. And before you can have access to this, you have to register again for this. You have to register again for this. So you have explained to the person, this 1,000 you're paying, it is non-refundable. In case you invest your money, or maybe you just pay the 1,000 first for the registration, and then after 1 week, you now go and sit down and start thinking, this thing is likely to stress me, or will this one work? You know, Nigerians now, will this thing work? Let me go back and collect my 1,000 there. That is why you have to explain this, that this 1,000 you're paying is non-refundable. As you have paid, you have paid. It's just like someone paying for a gate fee now, just to have access to an event. So once you pay your 1K, it is gone. It's not refundable. So after you have paid that your 1,000 to register here, now you can start with 20,000 Naira. This one, yes, minimum is 20,000 Naira. You know, I love this organization. They don't just force something on people. They make it very, very easier for everyone. You can start with that 20,000 Naira and above, depending on your capacity. So nobody forces you. Now let's do this calculation. If you're going to be crediting people, if you're going to pay people their percentage, now the upfront is 25%, and then you get 5,000 Naira. Can someone actually explain to me how you got the 5,000 Naira in your calculation? Is that possible? How do you get that? How do you times? How do you minus? How do you multiply?
Very simple.
Okay.
25% of
Sorry, sir, this is a class.
Sorry.
Yes.
Plateau State organizer. How you can arrive at 5,000 as 25% of 20,000 is simple. You write 25, divide by 100, multiply by 20,000 to give you 5,000.
Is it correct? If you're not convinced, you can explain yours. If you're not convinced.
It's correct.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Now let's go to, that's for upfront. If you want it immediately, you want it like right now. I want my upfront. No. It's 25%. So it's going to be the person in charge will calculate and then give you your percentage. Now, if we talk of 30% monthly, how did I explain the monthly? How do you receive?
90
Every 3 months.
Yes, I don't like oral answer.
After 90 days, approximately 3 months.
Okay, so that's when you get your 30%. All right, thank you, sir. So now, how do you calculate the 30%? I still need someone to calculate. Okay, I thought you wanted. Okay, how do you calculate that? Is it
Still, Dr. Ali Ejim, Plateau State organizer. It's still the same formula. 30% of 20,000 naira. How you calculate it is by writing 30 on top, dividing it by 100, then you multiply by 20,000 naira. It will give you 6,000 naira. Thank you.
all right, sir? This is a class. So while he was doing that, I wanted some people to use their phones. I will never leave you unless you do this. Please use your phones. Let us be sure of this. Okay,
Yes.
we're doing that already. Who else? Who else was doing that? If you're with your
To be
phone.
confirming.
Yes, you have to be confirming this. Confirm it. Use your phones, please. Because you're going to teach people. Or are you using it to record? Are you recording with your phone? You can use it, and then other people are recording now. So they can transfer to you. Okay. What's it? Answer. 6,000. That's perfect. I love. And another thing here is, if you want it given to you in a year. Now this one is 300%. How do you calculate that? Okay. No, sir. 60,000. Is it correct?
Wrong. That's another formula.
Another. He's
Okay,
using another
okay,
formula.
that's correct.
So use
60,000.
your
The same formula, whether it is 1%
Okay.
or 1,000%. So you write 300 on top. Since it's 300,000, you are looking for 300%. You are looking for. You write 300 over 100 multiply by 20,000. It will give you 60,000.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
One house, please.
Mr. Benny, what I want to add to what he's saying is, peradventure, you don't want to use book, write 30 up over 100, or 100 up over 30. You can simply use your phone and press something like, let's say, 20,000 times 0.30 if you want to go for 30%, or 0.25 if you want to go for 25%, or
We are
0.8.
talking about 30 now.
30.
Sorry, 300.
Yes. No, I'm just giving a formula. You know, we are talking about that thing you talk over, you tax. If you use your calculator, if you use your phone, you know, go press that off. A person will know mathematics go cancel and add and bring us. But assuming we are now talking about, let's say, 300%. Now, that is where you use calculator. As you use this formula now, and work on it to get direct answer without going too far.
Yes, sir, please, can you give us the answer? It's the answer I want. How to calculate that 300%? How do you do it?
Making a novice because the case will
Application calculation, right? Another person may not have that in his or her phone. Someone may not even understand. So that's why you need to use your calculator. And then don't say because you may be having 200 people in your front or 20 people, this has to do with money. So you have to be extra careful. You know, when it comes to money, someone said something that when you're talking to a born-again Christian, somebody's a born-again, and then when it comes to money, born-again, they understand money language. So it's the same thing here. We are talking about money. Even if you have 20 lining up, you have to take your time to avoid mistakes. That is why I need that explanation so that others can learn how you can, you know, I'm coming, sir, how you can calculate each percentage to get it correctly. You know, if you explain, it will help others. It's not everybody that likes to talk in the class. They are actually learning. But in this case, we must talk. So, as I saw you raising your hands, okay.
When you talk about percentages, from here to London, it is over 100. So if it is 1%, you write 1 on top, then you write 100 below. That is 1 is the numerator, 100 is the denominator. Then you multiply it by whatever amount that is in question all over the world, and that is the formula. It's a standard formula. That's what I want us to understand. So if we are talking about 25%, you write 25 over 100 multiplied by the amount of money. It will give you the correct answer. If it is 30%, 30 over 100 multiplied by the amount. If it is 300%, 300% over 100 times the amount. You can never go wrong.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sadio, it's a calculation matter. Are we there now? Yes. Everyone here, you understand perfectly, right?
Yes.
You can tell your clients about this.
Yes.
All right. So can I proceed?
Yes, please.
Mr. Godrich, can I proceed?
Of course.
Okay, sir. But you're going to explain to me. Yes, now I have to be sure you know this. So I stated here that if you are going for 25%, you have to go for that one. You can't be going for 25%, 30%, and 300% at the same time. No. Now, in this case, you can have multiple accounts. Anyone who is interested in this, like I want to be getting this one upfront. I want this one monthly. I want this one. You can do this. You can have multiple accounts. This account I'm opening is for upfront too. Then they give you that upfront. You now go and rest. You are not going back to the company to ask for money. Then if you open another account and you say, I'll be getting this one at the end of every 3 months, that one you know that after 3 months, you are now strolling to the office to get your percentage. Now, if you are getting the 3 months before that 1 year, how many times are you supposed to get your percentage?
4 times.
That's beautiful, perfect. So if you are getting it, this upfront simply means you're getting it once in a year. So by the time you're given this, you can now choose, okay, should I, like my CEO will say, in fact, if you even collect your capital and interest, just go, we don't need you again. We need space for other people. But do you know, some people will not do that. They will still want to invest and invest and invest because they are benefiting from this Zuga Coin Cash. So, and this Zuga Coin Cash is offline completely. We are not taking this one online. In case you wake up in the morning and then somebody is telling you, this Zuga Coin Cash, click on this link to register and allow you. Just know that that person is a scammer. Attack that person. I even saw something like this morning. Yes, and I had to follow up. So they have started. These people are just out there. Anything the CEO is doing, they want to do it. Just to scam people. So I am telling you that this is not online. This is offline completely. In case you see anyone telling you this Zuga Coin, even if it's your best friend, tell the person, this one is not online. This is offline because we don't want those old women to go back and stress themselves again, thinking of how to trade to make money. So this one is offline. here is done physically in the office. Everything here is done physically in the office. Now, I'm going to this question again. Somebody may ask you, please, this is my money I'm going to invest. You said you'll be giving me 25% or 30% or 100%. How are you making profit? How will you be able to give me this percentage you're talking about? You now tell the person, bros, the world has gone digital. The world has gone digital. People are involved with cryptocurrency. You know when crypto wants to pay you? It pays you. In fact, you yourself, you won't believe it. So you now tell that person that we are using this money, your money, to trade for you. So the profit you are making from there, we are now paying you your own percentage as agreed. As agreed. I don't know if you understand this. So somebody will ask you, how are you making profit? I once asked this question. That was 3 months ago. Someone came to my inbox and was like, Princess, I've been seeing you, I like you, I want you to invest in my company. I said, wow, that's nice. So how much are we talking about? He said, you can start from 100,000, 200. I said, okay, no problem. But how are you paying me? He said, in 45 minutes. I said, what? In 45 minutes. So I asked him, how are you making your money? He was like, we are using this your money to do something. We trade with other cryptos and make profit. So within 20 minutes, we make our gain and then come back and pay you. Say, wow, that's nice. Thank you very much. I'll get back to you. He kept on bothering me and disturbing me. I know that one was a scammer. 45 minutes. So if somebody asks you, don't tell the person 45 minutes. Don't tell the person 45 minutes. My hair. So that is why this is stated here. 3 months upfront and then at the end of every 12 months. So that somebody will now make a choice. You will now choose. So that tomorrow you don't come and register with 20,000. The next day you will start calling somebody. How far? My 20,000 now. When am I getting? You don't know. So that is it. And again, this thing has to do with money. When you go out there to talk to anyone, there is an account number from the company here. Don't collect someone's money. We are dealing with a proof of payment. And with this bank transfer, most times can disappoint. So we prefer you copy this account number, walk straight to the bank and pay in your money. Collect your teller, make a photocopy of that teller, and then bring both to the office. So you bring both to the office, we are going to register you with that proof of payment. Now, when you get money is when you meet an old woman who cannot go to the bank. Now, this is where this sincerity, I spoke about this morning, this is where sincerity comes in. Are you sincere? Can these people rely on you? Can they trust you? Can they trust you with their money?
As a leader.
As a leader, I make mention of that, sincerity. Can they trust you? So, this is why you need to work on yourself. There are some people that once they have money in their hands, their mind will start flying. Hi! They don't start with a plan. I will use this one and buy this thing here. I will use this one. They won't remember it's someone's money. They won't remember it's an old woman's money. Someone who is old enough to be your mother or great-grandmother. So if you start thinking of making use of people's money, you will have problems. So that is why it is advisable to go to the bank and make payments. Bring your proof of payment to the office, make a photocopy, and then come with the original, come with both to the office. You'll be registered, a form will be given to you there. And then we also have a take-home package. A welcome package is at the point of registration, depending on your capital, yes, depending on your investments. So if you come in with money, you pay 20,000, there is a package for you as you're leaving. You pay 50,000, there is a package for you. You pay 100,000 like that and above. There are package for all these years. So that is it. And should I say finally? But let me tell you this, please. At the end of this class, you are going to have a group. You will sit down and discuss this. Sit down group by group. Talk about this briefly because we don't have time. We have to finish everything today. So We're going to have a group. You sit down, go over this, choose a class rep, a particular person that represents your group. So you choose and then talk over this, you know. Yes. So by the time you're coming out here, I want you to explain to you. You're teaching me, in fact, you're teaching us exactly this. And it has to be perfectly. I don't want any mistake because I'm taking my time. When I'm lecturing people on things like this, I make sure I take my time, carry everyone along. I don't rush. So I believe my lectures is not something difficult for you to understand. So lastly, okay, let me just keep that one till whenever we are set with this. Yes, please.
Clause. Extra benefits attached ranges from gift of luxury homes. Now, my question goes thus. Can you quantify it, maybe by mathematical precision, the number or the amount someone will register with that will attract the benefit of maybe the luxury house, and the amount that will attract the benefit of an XUV, and the amount that will attract the benefit of a foreign travel?
Did I say
No particular amount, we say millions.
You just said in millions.
okay?
So that at the point of registration, one could say, okay, because of I want a house,
Okay.
I'm going for this amount.
Okay. Okay. I understand you. Now, on your own, can 1 million give you a house, a standard house? No. Can 2 million give you a standard house? So if you're talking about a house, how much do you have in mind?
10 million.
Simple. If you're talking to someone, I don't like to answer questions directly. I like to ask questions. So that through that question, you will not get your answer. Can 2 million give you a house? No. If you want to build a house, or maybe you want to buy luxury, you know? So at least you should mention a price. Maybe, okay, start with 50 million. Start with 100 million. For me,
Exactly what I want to come from you.
it's okay. It's okay.
You understand? Because I'm only here to take instructions.
It's okay.
So if you tell me that so amount will, you know,
Thinking of the benefits
Yeah, of course. After 1 year.
after 1 year.
Yes.
You're entitled, if you invest 100 million after 1 year, you're entitled
That doesn't
to a
discuss.
house.
Sorry? Extra benefit, yes?
I have, and the way I have been asked. Now, I want to ask whether this investment, can someone invest with crypto? Must it be fiat or crypto?
Are you through?
Yeah.
Fiat currency, not crypto.
Because it's offline.
So, and it is offline completely. There's nothing like wallet, there's nothing like, you know, this is, yes.
No,
There's no offline.
Yes?
We deal with the bank because they know the bank is insured. Is there an insurance cover?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Is there an insurance cover for all of us?
Can you ask me? I didn't hear you, sorry.
Okay.
I
I
heard
said most people go to the bank with their money because they know the bank is insured.
Okay.
Should anything happen to the bank, NDIC,
Okay, okay.
will get back.
I understand your question.
So is this whole Zuga money cash?
Is this whole great stuff? I hate that. I don't like that. Clients and, you know, all these big men now, they put in 50 million, 100 million. And then you, in your heart, you are afraid. And what if this one doesn't work? What is this? Will I be the one to pay back? No, you're not the one to pay back. Your own is just to bring them in, go and relax. Company takes care of that. So whether the company don't lose money or don't lose money, it's none of your business. It's just for the organization to handle everything. So for now, please, just hold on with some questions.